these two have... These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Good counter punching. No rest for the weary. Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The perfect counter lands. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfect.
Pensacola's finest is down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. He's been knocked down, but... And there's the bell to start round 2. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
That counter punch caught him clean. Can't score with that hook again. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. A much better game plan here.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. You know that... Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. and they knew it when they threw it.
A shot from the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's 7.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Beautiful counter punch. Nice defense with that jab. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. There's the bell for round 4. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Being thrown to the wind. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. Just missed with that hook. Nice counter shot. How many more uppercuts can he take? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. From this moment on to the 5th we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Perfect counter lands. Beautiful counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Got buzzed there. He's in trouble. And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's talk about Robinson. This is the beginning of round 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Hit hard and he may be ready to go. Sugar Ray is down. He hit him with the perfect body shot, and there's no getting up from this one.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Talk about Robinson. And there's the bell for round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Stamina is off the charts. Just missing with the right uppercut. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. That hook was off target. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? No rest for the weary. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. What would you tell this guy? And there's the bell for round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
His stamina is off the charts. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, John. Robinson goes to the canvas. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right.
Win the title. I don't have to think too heavy, I can remember. The city centers hella cold in the December. The roads that I'm from will turn you to a contender. I'm a John Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant the strallies up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about back here. It's funny how the tables turn. You're not Ricky Hatton. Tonight I have to let me put my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up.
So, Sugar Ray roll. This one of the hot. And there's the bell for round 1. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Swing and a miss with the right hook. And he scores with the counter. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice defense with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Only catching air with that hook. That hook just can't find the target. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about it. There's the bell for round 2. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. He is down. There's the bell for round 3. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter punch caught him clean. Do you believe what we're seeing? The straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Well done with that counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. He can't get out of the way of that straight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. The game. There's the bell for round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Just missed with that hook. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Sugar Ray Leonard dazed. Say it ain't so. Down goes Sugar Ray. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from... 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your ball.
Let's talk about Sugar Ray. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to block it.
And Sugar is in trouble. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
That hook's blocked. Perfect counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour is a heavyweight, but the middleweight, it's the size of the average.
Whoa, Johnny! Oh, Leonard just got rocked! And it appears the onslaught is over. At least Pensacola's finest is down. Look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
I've got to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows he's won this round. Let's talk about Roy Jones. On to the 6th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
And he scores with the counter. Big whiff with the right hook. It's knockout. to miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
Is that back ever hope? Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Got out of the way of that right hook. You don't want to trade shots. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Let's see how the... And there's the bell for round 7. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. One punch could change everything in this battle. Nice counter shot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. And a round that's... Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Couldn't land that jab. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. No surprise there, a unanimous